Man, I wish when I was 18 years old going into college, I wish I had this advice. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys 5 key things that if my 18-year-old self knew this, it would have drastically improved my college experience. So first one that I'm gonna talk to you guys about is throwing yourself in the fire. Backtrack a little bit, my first 2 years of college, I was kind of closed-minded and I didn't really try as many things as I should have. I didn't, put myself out there too much at Penn State. And what I quickly learned as I got older was you need to try and do as much as you can and just throw yourself in the fire and not worry about the exact results or if you're gonna be good. So maybe there's a club that you wanna try. Go throw yourself in the fire, even if you know nothing about it, and volunteer for it. Or maybe you think you might wanna be an actor. Go to an acting lesson or acting audition and try that. So the biggest lesson for throwing yourself in the fire is not being afraid of short-term failure and not being afraid of not being good at first. I want you guys to think of these 4 years of college as a time where you're gonna put yourself in positions where you're actually going to fail, because that's where you're gonna learn and grow as a person. 18 to 22 are some of the most defining years of your life. And the biggest keys from my college experience were the moments where I put myself in positions where maybe I had imposter syndrome and I didn't feel like I was ready, but I did it anyway. So one key moment that comes to mind, my junior year of college, I was 20 years old, threw myself in the fire, and I trained Marcus and Markieff Morris, NBA players. My first time ever training NBA players. Mind you, I'm a 20-year-old junior in college. I didn't worry about being great. I didn't worry about them thinking I was the best trainer ever. But what I did was I threw myself in the fire, and I said, you know what, if I suck and they don't like me, I'm gonna learn and grow from this. So that's a big one. I know I just repeated throw yourself in the fire a lot, but big key for me. Number 2, be unrealistic. I am tired of people setting limits on themselves and not going after their dreams. So these 4 years of college, yes, you're trying to get a college degree to get a job or start a business, but I don't want you guys to say, well, I only went to Penn State, so I can't go to the top law firm, or I'm only at Temple, so I won't get into the best law school. Like, I want you guys to shoot for the moon, you might land amongst the stars. And I know it sounds cliche, but in my opinion, it doesn't really matter where you go to college. It matters the mindset and the type of person that you are. For me personally, I know if I'm going to hire somebody, I could care less where they went to college. I care about 2 or 3 things. Do they have the skill set required to do the job? Are they a good person? And can they get the work done? That's really all it is. So for you guys, I would say be unrealistic, be a little delusional with your goals, because even if you shoot for, say, the top law firm out of college, you might not end up there, but you might end up a little bit below it. For example, I was shooting for Division I. I wanted to go to Duke. I didn't end up there. I ended up at Moravian, which is Division III. I transferred from Penn State to Moravian. I should have put that in earlier, but so it's that notion of not setting a limit, and you might not actually achieve your goal, but you'll end up pretty damn close. So that's really important. The third one, I don't know where I heard this, but it's really important, and a lot of you guys are probably going through some tough things. It's rock bottom can be a trampoline. So what do I mean by that? A lot of times in college, you might hit low points. Maybe you're depressed for a period of time, or you're in a rut, and you're confused about life. You don't know where to go next. You don't know where your journey's taking you. You don't really see a light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I had a lot of those moments from 18 to 24. I'm 24 now, and I think every time I did hit rock bottom, it was a trampoline. Every time there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and I ended up better and stronger from it. So I mean, I can reference countless examples. Sophomore year of college at Penn State, I tried to be a walk-on at Penn State, didn't make the team. Literally the first time I ever hit rock bottom, like couldn't get out of bed, was sleeping until noon, had no motivation, no desire, depressed. And from there, I went, talked to a therapist, and they led me in the direction to become a basketball trainer. And that's where I went to an internship and got to, see that I could really be a basketball trainer. Maybe I wasn't gonna be a basketball player, but that opened up a door for me. Junior year, I broke my foot, actually, my first college basketball season. That allowed me to open up my eyes that there's more to life than just basketball. I started becoming a more well-rounded person, right? Senior year, went through a breakup and my parents got divorced. I got to see, experience heartbreak and family problems for the first time really ever. And that rock bottom taught me how to grow myself. It taught me how to be more independent. It taught me how to be stronger and deal with adversity and different stuff of that nature. So I can go on and on and on, but all of those rock bottom moments ended up actually being my trampoline. So something to keep in mind it might seem like it's the end of the world now, but it'll always get better, and there's always a new day. The sun always rises, right? Okay, number 4, one of the biggest keys is free is key. So throughout my time from 18 to 23 in my college years, I would work for anybody I could for free, right? I would message them on Instagram. I would call them and say, hey, I'll come rebound, defend, wipe the floor. I'll do whatever you want. I will do it for free. You don't need to pay me. I just want to learn from you. And I think that's a really important thing, because when you become a sponge and you start learning from other people, you start putting yourself in rooms with people that are going to take you to the next level. The reality is a lot of people don't believe in working for free, but if you're going to find a high-level person to work for free, they're really providing you way more value than you're providing them, if that makes sense. So like Alex Hormozy, this is entrepreneur, he talks about paying down the ignorance tax. So essentially what that means is you're paying down the tax on the knowledge that you don't have before. So say I go work for an NBA trainer for free, I'm now gaining so much knowledge that I otherwise wouldn't have had unless I did it, and maybe it would have taken me 5 years to get, so I'm paying down that ignorance tax. So in theory, I should be paying that trainer to learn from him, not doing it for free. So if you can work for free, that's actually a blessing. Now on top of that, I have another saying, pay to play. Sometimes you might have to pay your way to go do it. You might have to, pay out of pocket, put it on your credit card and go figure it out to actually go learn. But don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to work for free. A lot of times it's actually the best way to go do it, and the best way to expand your career. 5th and final one, I think is maybe the most important, is survival of the fittest. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear what you actually need to hear, but this shit is not easy, right? Like, you're not entitled to anything. I don't care if you got a college degree, I don't care what college you went to. Everyone likes to talk about, I'm going to college to get that piece of paper. I'm here to tell you, like, I didn't apply for corporate jobs, but if I'm an employer, I don't just want someone just because they have a college degree. You have to actually be a go-getter. You have to have a growth mindset. You have to, have a skill set. Just because you went to college and got a degree does not entitle you to anything. And another thing, it's supposed to be hard. I hear all the time, the job market is so hard. Well, what do you expect, right? Like, why would it be easy? If you want to get a 6-figure paying job right out of college, why should it be easy, right? Like, why would it not be really hard to get a 6-figure job? So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Like, start pointing thumbs at yourself, not fingers at other people. Like, don't point a finger that, the election is taking place and the job market's hard. Don't point a finger that you didn't go to the best college and now you can't get a job, or that employers aren't hiring. Point thumbs at yourself and figure it out, all right? Because it's not supposed to be easy. The real world is not easy. Figure that out now, and while you're in college, maybe start to plant some seeds so that you're actually ready when you get to the real world. Because newsflash, A's and a 4.0 GPA does not translate to real world success, monetary success, financial success, any of that stuff. So just want to put that out there. Now I rambled a little bit, but hope you guys enjoyed. I really wish if I was 18, if somebody gave me this advice, it would have probably smacked me in the face, but it really saved me a lot of time. So sum it up, throw yourself in the fire. Don't be afraid to fail. 2, be unrealistic. Shoot for the moon. Like, don't settle. Why would you let anybody set limits on you? If they do, they probably set limits on themselves. Number 3, rock bottom can be a trampoline. If you're going through a tough time, there's probably something great about to happen, and it's going to be a pivot in the right direction. 4, free is key. Pay to play, right? Go work for some high-level person for free. Pay them, invest in them. That's going to potentially pay off 10-fold, 50-fold, whatever. And then 5, survival of the fittest. This shit ain't easy. You got to figure it out on your own. Mommy and daddy aren't going to be there holding your hand. So, you got to take it in your own hands to get it done. And you will. And these are 4 of the most, confusing but also transformative years of your life. So really make it count. Also, don't buy into that 4 years, best 4 years of your life bullshit. Yeah, it's going to be fun 4 years, but you got 80 years left. So, make sure you have that mindset of where you're your senior year and you're not so afraid of the real world and, depressed that you actually got to do shit now because you were sitting around playing Fortnite for 4 fucking years, right? So I'll leave you guys with that. Hope you guys liked. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think if you like this format. Hope you got some value out of it, took one thing out of it. Yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram at DCoopBball for more. Peace.